Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome to the podcasts. Today, gonna take apart some of the happenings, and you know what? I'm gonna have some fun with this one. We had an absolute ball on the member stream last night. Apple juice was flowing freely, and the subjects range from the Solana outage to taxes to some very bad radio commercials I made back in the day. You know what? Youth. AMP's volume remains remarkably low. $15 million over the last 24 hours. $15 million total, according to CoinGecko. For comparison, Plant versus Undead token, and yes, there is such a thing, had a 24-hour volume of $35 million. Think about that. I have long argued that folks don't understand AMP, and maybe they don't. But understanding it and investing in it seem to really go hand in hand here because it is not generating interest at all. In reference to the above, speculation is a running wild about the who, what, when, where, why, and how. I spent a lot of time on alternative forums and talking to other crazy investors like myself, and we all seem to have opinions. I know I do. Some of these are off the hook and not worth mentioning. Some of them, you know what, they might have teeth. Going to get into that a little bit. And for the good news, over 1 million Salvadorians have installed the Chivo wallet. Think about that one. In a country with a little over 7 million people, 15% of them-ish have installed and are using the Chivo wallet, and it's only been a week or so. All of this and more coming your way right after this. As I have been doing, let's start with the price. At right around a nickel, AMP hasn't moved, and it doesn't show any real signs of moving. If the volume maintains $15 million over the last 24 hours, and you know what, I'm going to keep track of this for you going forward, it seems to indicate that either most of the crypto world knows what I don't know, that something is amiss, or there is simply no interest in AMP. Considering the fully diluted market cap of just under $5 billion, that's billion, this lack of interest is a little bit alarming to me. Now, for the really real, it doesn't matter, as AMP is a crypto in name only. It's not really a traditional crypto. It's not a governance token. You don't get to vote because you own it. It is a collateral token with a solitary use case, and your entire investment is predicated on the idea that folks want to spend crypto. In El Salvador, spending crypto is legal. It's currency. Everywhere else, it's property. More countries are discussing crypto spends, Panama, Ukraine, but that's all they are doing right now is discussing. Ukraine seems most likely to embrace it, but it's still at least 18 months out from implementation, according to their very own president. Panama, who knows when. I truly believe that it will start picking up speed as far as worldwide acceptance goes once a couple more countries come on board, but temper your expectations as to the timing. It isn't happening anytime soon. In 5 years, different landscape and different discussions. But for now, aside from the occasional rumor bump, this is probably the new normal. It is a collateral token, and it needs to be a store of wealth, which leads me to the second part of this video, speculation, and I love speculation. There are lots of what ifs and yeah buts being thrown around, and I very much enjoy jumping into these to stir the pot. It's kind of my thing. You cannot formulate good opinions with a nugget of reasonable-ish without listening to many sides. The big one going around right now is that AMP is a store of wealth, and it must be shown to the world to be stable. If you cannot solidly predict the amount of volume your collateral network can handle, then how can you offer it up as a solution for crypto spends? I sort of like that one, and I get it. It is reasonable enough to be considered without giving too much context. and it fits a developing narrative. But it is presenting a supposed fact to fit a narrative instead of developing a narrative to fit the facts. Facts are kind of in short supply when it comes to AMP because we really don't know much, and Flexa is not sharing data. We get the occasional tidbit, but that's all, just a tidbit. Considering how hard the world is coming down on El Salvador for daring to embrace crypto as an alternative currency, and considering that Flexa is the means by which they can do it, I would think Flexa would be PRing the hell out of this right now and countering the growing FUD that is being printed every single day in Yahoo Finance, the Wall Street Journal, and so forth. They do not like crypto, and they do not like that El Salvador has put it on the same pedestal as gold and silver. It doesn't take much to put out a press release and go, my cousin Vinny, on some of these guys. If you won't do it, please let me. AMP is an amazingly unique crypto with worldwide potential, but you are letting the hack media spin whatever stories they wish to spin. If you don't think that is having an effect, $15 million trading volume on a fully diluted crypto with a value of just shy of $5 billion. And for the last bit on this one, over 1 million Salvadorians have installed the Chivo wallet and are ready and able to spend crypto. That's about 15% of the population. But considering how long crypto has been in the States and the fact that here in the U.S., it is about the same percentage of folks who have crypto wallets and trade in it, I want to say that El Salvador was a very successful rollout. They've only been at it for a short time. Crypto has been in the U.S. for more than a decade now, and we are maintaining a similar percentage. And I want to say that as of this moment, El Salvadorians are probably more familiar with crypto than the bulk of the U.S. Granted, they embraced it, while in the U.S. we still FUD it. But when a technological revolution is occurring, there are always growing pains. Most of the growing pains current from the media, and you can ignore what they say, but as an investor, you have to know that rumors move markets. And simply the fact that I have rarely, if ever, seen the word Flexa show up in any of their hit pieces tells me everything I need to know. And if you want to know how to spot a hit piece, it will begin with the author's credentials. As soon as you have to reinforce your argument with your academic pedigree, you just told anyone with their eyes open that you were about to lay out 2 pages of crap. And yeah, you know what? I went on about this on the stream last night. I was pounding the desk. I went nuts. Market is sort of hemorrhaging right now, so I don't have any solid picks to send your way today. I don't know. Keep an eye on Cody, Ren, Scale, Fetch. I have a nice liquid bag ready to send into all of these when they bottom out. But this is not financial advice. Wild card, I'm going to go with 1 inch. If you are a DEX trader, you know 1 inch. And it's been slipping over the past month or so. So I see some runway there. It will get its chance back at the top, be in before it does. Live stream this Thursday. I'm going to have a hell of a go at the media because they have been asking for it. Report the facts as they are. Don't make them up and hide behind your credentials. That's it. That's coming up on this Thursday. That's all I got, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one today. We'll talk to you next time. Cheers.